So I just got done seeing the new Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse. Now, if you are on the fence and wondering whether or not you should go see this movie, I would highly suggest you do. Very good movie. If you even liked the first one, just an inkling of an amount, you're definitely going to love this next one. Now, granted, I'm going to give a review here, but I will not give spoilers. So then that way, if you are actually wanting to see this movie, I will not give any spoilers to hurt you in any way at all possible. But I will give a review to kind of give you some idea of some information as far as that, is either good to know or helpful and maybe changing your minds to go see it or not. Regardless, great movie. I will highly suggest you see it. But here's a few elements to it. First off, we actually get more information about Gwen. Now, in the first movie, Gwen Stacy, i.e. Ghost Spider, she is actually portrayed, she's not as put together as one would think. You, after seeing the first one, you look at her and you're like, oh man, she's a real cool character, she's awesome. This one, you start to see more of her faults, actually humanize her a lot more. And you start to see how she's processing and dealing with everything. Now, this is even after the first movie, but she starts to reflect on things that happened before the first movie. And you start to understand her character more as the movie progresses. A lot of elements you'll see in the movie is that it's still going to be a coming of age type deal. I started thinking when I was watching this one, it's like, why do they always have Spider-Man as a teenager? Because, it's a lot easier to portray a story amongst a teenager's life, especially as they're dealing with hard truths, hard issues about the world and everything around them. I.e., you got life in school, college, things of that nature, yet here you are, Spider-Man, Spider-Woman, or any version of Spider-Man that you have to deal with all these things that come into your lap and in your life, and it's hard to juggle everything that happens. This movie in general, there was a lot of coming of age aspects to it, but also it did touch on parenting and parents and how they have to deal with their kids, whether or not if their kids are holding a secret or maybe not going the way that you want them to go. How do you interact with your kids? Do I want my child to be like me, or do I want them to kind of set off on their own? Which none of that actually was anything boring, especially if you're not a parent. But I will say that if you are a parent, you will see those elements that kind of make you understand the characters a little bit more. Now, there's more about the movie that you will actually reflect on and actually take away from. They try to show and portray you versus the world, if you will, that regardless of how you're brought up, once you are placed in real world situations, no matter what the world tries to throw at you, are you going to hold up against the world? And are you going to be you, regardless of what others try to tell you and who they want you to be? And also, the people that you look up to, your mentors, whether you have them or not, they can make mistakes. It doesn't mean that you have to see them in a lesser light, that they too are human, but yet they are your mentor for a reason, and take the good qualities out of that to make you a better person. Movie-wise, I will say that it has really great graphics, even better than the first one. You'll start to see a lot of different elements of different universes. There's actually different artistic styles, and it actually looks really good to see that those characters and or backdrops keep that artistic style the whole movie long. Like, they don't change from what they are or who they are. A lot of characters have a style, they stay that style, and how it reflects, like as you see the 3D models of a character in maybe like a 2D background, or having a 2D model on the 3D background. And one thing I will say, take a look at the models and take a look at the characters and seeing how consistent it is and how consistent they are as the lighting effects actually go about, whether it's dark or a bright area, they actually still look clean themselves. So I'll finish up by saying two things. One, it looks like that there has been a rumor about how this movie had a lot of crunch. There was a lot of animators working on this several days on end for a very long time, several hours in a day. And it sucks that it was like that, because it was a very good looking movie. And there's no secret that they are going to make a third one to make this into a trilogy. And I'm hoping that for the third one, because it does look like there might be some elements of that into this next movie. And a lot of people, even on Twitter, are basically saying, hey, if you guys got to delay this third movie to be even longer, please do, because no one really wants to have animators or people that work for you work for these big businesses and try to spit out as much content as quickly as possible and rush job this stuff out. Take your time, keep the movie good as it is. We want to make sure it's consistent and want to make sure it's even better than what we just previously watched. So I will definitely give this a score myself of a 9 out of 10. Great movie, awesome movie, loved every moment of it. I will say that I'm looking forward to when they eventually come out with a third one, that it just builds upon what they already have. And hopefully in the background, there's not a lot of crunch, so then that the big businesses, big companies are trying to spit it out as quick as possible to make as much as they can. Regardless, I hope you guys learned something from this and I hope you guys enjoy it. I will see you guys next time for more analysis on this channel. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe and let me know. Hopefully, please, no spoilers in the comments, but let me know what you guys thought of the movie as well. I loved it, and I hope you did too. You guys be safe, take care, and bye-bye for now. Make sure to check out the extra content on our Patreon page, and thanks to our current patrons.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.